What's going on YouTube? 65 Rider here, coming back to you with another video. In today's video we have my 2025 Harley-Davidson Pan America ST, and we're going to be doing a long-term review on this aftermarket seat. This is the Mustang seat for your Pan America. This is not model or trim specific. This fits all the generations of the Pan America, starting from the first gen, your 2021 model Pan America, all the way up to the 2026 models, and it fits all of them. You know, the Special, the ST, the Limited, the CVO, all of them. So this video will be covering all those scopes, and anything I talk about today will apply across the entire model lineup. So if you guys have been around the channel for a while, you'll know that before this seat, I actually had a Saddleman step-up seat, which looked amazing. You guys will throw a quick picture of it here. And unfortunately, I had to get rid of that because it was a disaster for me, you guys. It was not comfortable whatsoever. If you want to know more about what bothered me specifically about that seat, make sure to click the link up here somewhere to check out that video. It might be the right seat for you, but it definitely was not the right seat for me. And so what I ended up doing was I ended up selling that one and got the Mustang seat for myself, and I could not be happier. This seat, mwah, perfect for me. So to start off, I've had this seat on the bike for about 2,000 miles, a little bit over 2,000 miles. So I've had a decent amount of time to kind of review it and feel it out. And I can tell you guys, it's perfect. I love it in every single way, especially for somebody like me who's a bigger guy that is a little bit wider and needs some wider cushioning, if you will. As you guys may know, I do live in Florida, and so most of the riding that I do out here is straight line highway type of ride, so I definitely need something comfortable that will give me about 150, 200 mile days without feeling sore, without feeling like I need to get off the bike. And this has been the perfect seat for that function. I feel like if you lived in a place where there's a lot of, you know, twisties and curvy roads, this seat kind of puts you in more of a relaxed, comfortable position. So it might not feel that aggressive for you, especially if you're trying to lift your butt off the seat to go into corners and whatnot. I feel like the stock seat actually does pretty well for that, which I have right here. And we can do a little bit of a comparison with it here in a little bit. Don't get me wrong, you can still probably get away with doing some of that stuff, but because the seat is super wide and flat, it might be a little bit harder for you to kind of get your butt off the seat if you're going into a corner or something like that. So I did mention width. The driver's seat is actually pretty wide. It comes in a 14.5-inch width compared to, you know, the Saddleman. I think it was somewhere around 11 inch or whatever. So whenever I'm on the seat, it actually covers my entire butt, sits on the seat, and nothing is kind of loose. You'll see here you have a little bit of extra parts over here to make it a little bit wide. The issue with a seat like this, especially for people that are a little bit smaller, is that the width adds a little bit of height to the bike, if that makes sense. So in a narrow seat, you can probably flat foot the bike. With a wider seat, sometimes it's a little bit harder, but it just depends on your specific ergonomics. For me, it's not an issue. I can always flat foot this bike, especially with the adaptive ride height. I don't think anybody will have issues with that, but it's just something that I wanted to mention because the seat is pretty wide. It's about 1.5 inches or so wider than the stock seat. It does also come with a passenger pillion or a passenger seat as well. And this one sits at 12.5 inches. So your passenger will definitely be enjoying the ride when they're sitting on it. And they'll definitely be enjoying it because look how thick that is. Look how thick this material right here is. This is almost 3 inches over here of padding. You know, like I don't ride with the passenger, but if I did, I'm sure they will be super comfortable in this. You'll see super thick for them, and I'm sure they will be very comfortable riding in that seat. Now I want to bring you guys over here. This seat, the material you'll see in the middle here, they call it the vinyl gripper material. You'll see how it's a little hard. And what's nice about this is that it prevents you from sliding back and forth or side to side in the seat. And this is perfect for those, you know, long days like I mentioned on the road. And then on the sides here, you'll see it's a little bit smoother. So it's a beautiful design. Like I said, I've had it for about 2,000 miles. All the seams seem to be in pretty good shape. I don't see any issues with them. Yeah, it's been great. You also get the gripper material on here, so if you're a passenger, so they don't slide around. One thing about this specific material is that I don't believe it's waterproof. It might be just a little bit water resistant, but if you leave it outside in the rain for a while, I'm sure water will get into the material and it'll take a little bit of time to dry off. I have left it outside in the rain a couple of times, and within a couple of hours it totally dried out, and that was never an issue. But they do include some rain covers that come with both the driver and the passenger seat. So like if you're ever planning to leave your bike outside and there's a storm or something like that, you can always cover it up with that cover, and you shouldn't have an issue and you'll be able to protect the seat. I can tell you I've washed the bike a couple of times, seat got wet, within 30 minutes it dried off, so it's never an issue. I don't think it goes in super deep. All right, so one thing to note, you guys, is that this seat does sit you a little bit lower than the stock seat, as well as lower than the Saddlemen seat. You kind of sit more in the bike rather than on top of the bike, if you will. It's not really a big issue for me, but it did bring me a little bit closer to the pegs. So I do have a slight more of a bend in my knee whenever I'm riding. And you know, that's to be expected with a seat that's a little bit shorter. So I'll show you what that looks like right now. See here, when I sit on the bike, this is the type of bend that I have. It's not terrible. I can sit like this for hours. It's not an issue whenever I need a stretch. I either stand up or, you know, push my leg forward a little bit. But it's never been an issue for me, just something that I wanted to note to you guys, especially those that are a little bit more vertically challenged. This will be perfect for you because it brings the seat a little bit lower. What's also really nice about it is that you'll see here with how high and how much padding the passenger seat has, is that it kind of gives it a little bit of lumbar support. It doesn't really, you know, hit your lower back right here, but as you're sitting and riding, you always feel like there's something there. So it's kind of nice. It's not the same as a step up, as the step up from Saddlemen, where it's like really high and it kind of goes up to your mid lower back. But it still feels good, like you have some sort of support as you're riding. Another thing to take note of is that this seat actually pushes you about 2 inches back. So definitely be careful of that, especially if you're on the shorter side, is that the seat will definitely have you pushed back. So if you have the stock handlebars, you'll probably need to adjust them and bring them a little bit closer to you, because you will be pushed back unless you try to, you know, ride a little bit closer to the tank to be able to reach out the handlebar. I don't know if you guys have seen my handlebar video. I did change both my risers as well as my handlebar to more of a Street Fighter type of handlebar that's a little bit more flat compared to the stock handlebar with the longer rise. And so an issue I had when I first got this seat is that I was sitting way far back and I had to reach out for the handlebar. So what I ended up doing was, you'll see here I have my original riser from that video, but then I ended up getting another riser right here. So it's kind of like, you know, a riser to the riser. So it lifted it up about another inch and pushed it, or about 2 inches, and I pushed it back about 1 inch, which made it in a perfect position for me right now. Really quickly, I want to talk about braking. You know, and this is a popular topic, especially when it comes to the Saddlemen. A lot of times people are like, oh yeah, just ride it for 1,000 miles and it'll break in. I did, and never broke in for me. However, this seat, I didn't have to break in. There was absolutely zero break-in period. From the day I got the seat and sat on it, it feels exactly like it does today, which is comfortable. There wasn't anything special that I had to do or put miles on it to make it more comfortable. I don't know what the secret is from the folks over at Mustang Seat, but they did a great job designing the seat where it's super comfortable from day one. Next, I want to go ahead and open it up to show you guys what it looks like. So you have to actually unlock the back seat first, and it kind of lifts up. The little piece here sits in these grooves, and then it locks in place right here, and it just locks in like there. But I want to show you the inside of the seat. So when you take it off, this is what the back seat looks like. You'll see the rubber pieces are intact because, like I mentioned, I don't really have a passenger that rides with me, so it doesn't get much use, to be honest. But then you'll see here the driver's seat, which is the more important part. You'll see how flat it is to the frame and how flat that surface is compared to the stock seat on the ST, which I'll show you what that looks like. Don't get me wrong, the stock seat was pretty comfortable, but it ain't got nothing on this. You see how this one sits and kind of brings you downwards? So when you're sitting, you're kind of like in this more aggressive position compared to this seat where it puts you in a more neutral position, and you'll see it's kind of flat. This is what I like, to be honest, to make it more of a comfortable riding position, especially on such a comfortable bike like this. And so when you lift it, one thing you'll notice is that if you're familiar with Pan Americas, you'll know it has two seating positions. It has the bottom one as well as the top one, so that way if you want to raise your seat or bring it down, you can do that. However, with this specific seat, it actually only sits in the bottom position like that. You can't set it up like this because you'll see it's not locked into place. It moves around. In order for you to lock it into place, it has to sit at the bottom notch. So it's only one seating position, basically. Oh my God, it's so hot. You guys, I'm filming this on a Saturday afternoon here in South Florida, and it's about 100 degrees out there. I actually want to take the bike out for a ride and do this video on the bike or somewhere at a park or something, but it's just way too freaking hot to get out. Really quickly, I want to show you the rubbers on the seat. You'll see they're pretty intact, no issues. It does come with a 1-year warranty. I think I'm still within the warranty period. If anything happens, you just hit up the folks over at Mustang and they'll get you taken care of. I do see some denting over here. No wonder if it has something to do with the seating position or something. I'm not sure. Yeah, not sure. But anyway, the folks over at Mustang really know what they're doing. You guys, I don't know if you've heard of them before or if you've sat on any of their seats on a road glide or a street glide or anything like that, but they sure do know what they're doing. And I don't know how they made this so comfortable. I've had countless amounts of seats on different motorcycles, whether it's Harleys or not, but this has been one of the most comfortable seats that my butt has ever touched. As it currently stands, the seat sits at about $779, I believe. I mean, when you compare that to the Saddleman, which is around $580 or $570, I think, I feel personally like that you're getting a better deal with the Mustang just because of how comfortable it is. I have no complaints about it, you guys, whatsoever. I think it's totally worth the price, especially when it comes, to that Harley tax, because we know Harley parts cost a lot of money. Who the seat is for, I think it's for somebody who wants to do some touring on their motorcycle, who's a little bit, shorter than your average rider, that wants to be a little bit closer to the ground, somebody that has a passenger that they ride with. Let me go back to that. Somebody who's shorter, but also somebody who's taller, because even somebody like me, who is taller, I do appreciate the riding position that this seat puts me in. Because it sits me up a little bit lower on the seat, I do get less buffeting from the short windscreen on the ST. Honestly, like it's the perfect seat for all kinds of riders, in my opinion. Anyway, this was a pretty quick video. I am dying of the heat right now, you guys. It is really, really hot. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. If you do have any questions about the seat or you need some more clarification about it, feel free to shoot it in the comment below. I always try to get back to every single comment in the videos. And let me know your thoughts, you guys. What do you guys think about this seat compared to the Saddleman? In my opinion, I think the Saddleman does look better. It's a little bit more sporty, but I think this one is more function over form, if you will, and you definitely get more use out of it. Remember with the Saddleman, like it came to a point where like I don't want to ride the bike anymore because how uncomfortable that seat got for me. So anyway, if you stayed all the way to the end of the video, I do appreciate you guys. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see y'all on the next one. Later, y'all. Peace.